GMA is the trusted global leader in industrial garnet. GMA will be showing you how optimizing blast performance can be as easy as ABC. The first section explains the importance of selecting the right abrasive for your project requirement. The second section shows that blasting equipment affects the overall efficiency level of the blast exercise. And the last section demonstrates the correct technique on how to achieve an optimal blast performance. These tips will allow you to attain the most efficient and effective blast operation with all GMA Garnet abrasives. Select your garnet grade based on technical specification. The substrate, coating type, coating thickness, and required anchor profile should influence your garnet grade selection. It is important to always store your garnet in a sheltered location to keep it dry and away from direct sunlight. Moisture in your garnet can cause blockages in your blast pot. By using GMA Garnet, you would attain higher productivity, cost effectiveness, superior finish, and it is safe. Having optimal pressure is instrumental to success. The number of blasters, type and size of nozzle, and blast equipment affect the overall efficiency level of the blast exercise. To attain 100% efficiency, your nozzle pressure should be set at a minimum of 100 psi, no matter which nozzle size you use. It is important to check your entire blasting system, out of the compressor, into the dryer, out of the dryer into the pot, and out of the pot with a needle gauge to ensure an optimal blasting operation. The pressure at the blast nozzle should be set at a minimum of 100 psi. Blasting efficiency drops 1.5% for every 1 psi below 100 at the nozzle. Efficiency increases as nozzle pressure level increases. When attaching additional equipment, the compressor should be sized appropriately to maintain sufficient air pressure at every nozzle. Having proper valve control ensures optimal garnet consumption. The blaster first needs to completely close the metering valve. Open the valve with a few turns. Test production rate by blasting. Having the right abrasive metering can help reduce garnet consumption rate. Have a separate person adjusting the metering valve in line with the blaster's instructions. While blasting the surface, move the nozzle to determine whether your cutting rate is acceptable. You will hear a chugging sound if you are overfeeding the garnet through the blast hose. With GMA Garnet, the garnet abrasive exiting the nozzle is almost invisible. The nozzle's size and its condition will affect blast efficiency. Nozzle sizing should be dependent on project specification and air availability. A small increase in nozzle size will result in a large increase in air and abrasive consumption. Check for nozzle wear with a nozzle sizing gauge prior to each shift. Replace the nozzle when it is worn to 1/6 from its original size. Cool, dry, compressed air blasts up to 15% faster. Dry air makes it easier to control your abrasive flow. Increased moisture can increase garnet consumption. Less sharp bends and a shorter air supply hose keeps pressure drops to a minimum. The minimum diameter for your air supply hose should be 4 times the blast nozzle orifice. For the blast hose, the minimum diameter should be 3 times the blast nozzle orifice, and the maximum diameter is 5 times the blast nozzle orifice. For an optimal blast performance, the blaster needs to have a proper standoff distance, angle, and consistent blast motion. A standoff distance of approximately 18 inches, depending on the nozzle type and application, is appropriate. Standoff distance varies by circumstance and other blasting parameters. The nozzle should be angled between 55 degrees and 70 degrees to the substrate surface. Apply long, straight, uniform strokes for consistent blasting. Allow proper overlap in blasting per application. Check blasted surface using a Tex tape with a spring micrometer or an approved digital device to check if the blasted surface conforms to job specifications. GMA Garnet is used as a blast cleaning abrasive across a wide range of industries. Selecting the right Garnet abrasive blast equipment and ensuring the correct blast technique will help you perform an efficient and effective blast operation. GMA, more than just Garnet.